Home Slices. It's Kiara here with Home Slice Adulting, and today I'm going to do a review on The Walking Dead Season 7 Episode 2. This is going to be pretty short. I mean, last week we were all very devastated. I was devastated almost to the point where I really didn't even want to watch the show again. Just the way, I mean, I was expecting Abraham, but I was not expecting Glenn. And while the show is based on a comic book, which I didn't know before this previous episode, I really don't know if they should have stuck to the comic book this time around, but whatever. So this time was a much lighter episode, which we needed. I don't think we could have taken two really bad episodes right after another, very tragic episodes right after the other. So we show up where the last season left off, where Morgan and Carol are together after Carol has suffered several gunshot wounds from a guy who happened to be one of Negan's followers, which is something that we didn't know per se when the season ended. And so they are taken back to a place called the Kingdom, and Carol has had some health care, and you know, Morgan has been watching over her, keeping an eye on her, and he when she wakes up, he tells her she had been asleep for like 2 days, and he takes her to the place where King Ezekiel is. And Carol is like, what the heck is going on? And so they enter this auditorium, and Morgan is like, and he has a pet tiger. And Carol, I kind of didn't really understand this, because Carol was very overly nice to him, even though she knew like this town is crazy, like it's nuts. And there's a guy with 10 dreadlocks, 10 salt and pepper dreadlocks, that has this Lord of the Rings accent, and he has a pet tiger that's very vicious, and it's a zombie apocalypse, so where did he get a tiger? And there's this weird weird guy who's almost like some type of court jester or something slash bodyguard standing next to him. It's very odd. And he tells her basically the rule of the land is that if you drink from the well, you replenish the well. And she is just overly nice, and she won't take any of his fruit. And then when they leave, Carol's like, what the heck is going on? And Morgan is like, you know, it's unorthodox, but you know, it's a place where we can stay until you recover and head back to Alexandria. So Carol is like, I'm getting out of here and you can't stop me. And eventually she kind of does just that. But anyways, so we continue to find out that Negan and his men are basically extorting the people of the Kingdom as well. Now, when the whole pig thing happened and I saw the pigs were eating the zombies, I thought that they were, the people in the Kingdom were going to be eating zombie pork and zombie bacon and zombie ribs, zombie breakfast sausage. But somebody on Twitter who may have either guessed it correctly or already knew what was going on, that those pigs were going to be going to Negan's people. And I wonder what type of effect it's going to have on them, if they get sick or if they go zombified or whatever. But anyways, they take the nasty zombie pigs to that have already kind of been butchered. They take them to a, you know, location that's away from the Kingdom, so that the subjects of the Kingdom don't know that Negan is extorting them. And so they hand over the pigs, and I'm thinking they're gonna cut open the pigs and see all the dead stuff in it. But instead of that happening, one of Negan's followers gets into it with kind of like the king's like first sergeant, I don't know what to call him, and they get into a fight or whatever, and they end up having, you know, to call that little fight off, and Morgan is asked to teach his staff fighting skills to this one kid, Benjamin, that's not good at anything. And Benjamin just got on my nerves the whole time. But when Benjamin told a story about how his father passed away and what King Ezekiel told him, I felt like something about that story was not true. Like he was saying, like, secrets, you know, to some people are a privilege, but they really are a burden. So I think there's something deeper with that. But anyways, we see Carol stealing weapons and stealing clothes to try to make her escape. And as she's trying to escape, she encounters King Ezekiel. And King Ezekiel asks his court jester / protector to leave. And they sit down, they have a conversation, and all of a sudden his king accent just goes away. And he just sounds like a regular black dude. And I'm like, this nigga. But anyway, he tells him about how he came to own a tiger because he was a zookeeper, and the tiger injured herself. Is it a girl? Is it a female tiger? The tiger injured itself by falling down into like a concrete pit at the zoo, and he, you know, rescued the tiger, and the tiger has been loyal to him ever since. And he says, you know, it's really not practical to own a tiger, but owning one gets you in this legendary position, and he has created an environment that's like a fairy tale to these people. They really don't know what's going on outside the walls, don't really have to have any interaction with zombies, and they don't have to know about Negan extorting their you know, the kingdom, and demanding supplies from them. And what's interesting for me is that I think the kingdom and Alexandria are really going to be juxtaposed, because the kingdom seems to be really well established, and they have a good garden, and they've probably been there for a while and have systems in place, while Alexandria is still kind of getting on its feet. And now that they are subject to, you know, fulfilling the needs of Negan's people, we're going to really see the difference between Rick, who's going to be 100% honest with the people about Negan, versus King Ezekiel, who, you know, shields his people from, you know, their obligations to Negan. So I think it's going to be really interesting. I think maybe King Ezekiel is sweet on Carol. I don't understand why he revealed that part of himself to her, per se. But yeah, he shows up at her door at her new house that she's, you know, gonna be living in. So we'll see how that goes. Overall, this episode was just okay, but it's something that we needed, because we needed a break from all the tragic happenings of last time. And so it looks like next time we're gonna get to see what Daryl is up to while he is with Negan's people. And poor Daryl, I think he has some type of guilt about Glenn being killed, because he indeed got Glenn killed. That's my opinion. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, Home Slices.